Heroes and Legends Dynasties 2, Act 2, 20. The Dimensions story picks up with the Pre UDN Nations. Now, the Pre UDN Nations was a special project of Dietrich von Leonard. He wanted to restore these nations, or at least call the inhabitants of this new dimension, and divide them up and their cultures between the old names of the nations of the Pre UDN. However, one of these particular nations and its leaders had magical rocks, accursed rocks, that turned them evil, and unknown to many, this made them a powerful force. This will be explored more as we go on. The old nations of the pre-UDN. The first nation is the Mabu nation. It was founded by the sly and cunning Mitzi. All of these countries below were under Mabu's control until the elder UDN forces worked together to end them and during the time of Generations 1. This was the time of Damien's father, Damien I, along with Kiban, the late Kibana's father. They worked together to end the evil of Mitzi and all those that would join with her. And thus, a loose alliance was formed between them. However, the alliance soured soon after Kiban betrayed them and went to attack the UDN at Lishu. But acts of God defeated the Union forces and humbled them. Further punishment was when the then Omri Manika took over the UDN, and the Union's great embarrassment and shame began because they betrayed the elder forces. The new inhabitants of the land found mines of rare stone. Upon touching them, they became evil. They now lead this country. One more evil than the last. Their country was described as a mountainous land with many rivers running all across it. Their economy was filled by natural resources like oil, gas, and other unique stones, one of which made them mostly wicked and cruel state. Because of this, many other persons from across the dimensions in other countries and regions flocked to Mabu to work in the mines for work, seeing that the economy was booming and it paid well. So persons would work for the mines for many months and even years to send money to their loved ones to provide for their families. This aspect will be explored further on very soon. Another nation was the Paspa nation, or the Paspa state. This was ruled by elves. A forest land with plains and magic unites the different tribes of the elves. Elves here age very slowly and have long lifespans. The lands beyond westward have a charged air by technology can't be used. The different tribes of the elves will be explored further along in our story. The Util nation, or the Util country, a former satellite state, but is now a place of peace and benevolence. The most happy state where the hero of our dimensional story would come from. We will explore that more very shortly. Lastly, within the pre-UDN states, we have the Reggie Ark state, founded by and named after Viceroy Reg, a nation of science and discovery, now filled the air. This nation was filled with the smartest minds in the dimensions, and they created vast amounts of brilliant technologies, soon to even rival that of the technologies of the universe. Now, getting back to our story with the Utel country, we visit a young boy who has an adventurous spirit. His father was one of those men that went to Mabu to work in the mines to earn a living for his family. However, he would die in the mines suddenly. They sent a large payment out to the family, which left his mother a widow, and Hero was his name. This young lad lost his father, and now he travels, just like his father once did, to earn a living to support his mother. He has no idea the real reason his father died in those mines. Hero did odd jobs, working to do side quests, looking for lost items, chasing away bandits, and cutting down wild beasts and protecting people's property, and farm. Hero was a young man of great potential, and he knew it. So too did his mother, Phoenicia. Phoenicia worried about Hero and saw his father in him and was worried that Hero might go down the same path his father did. However, one day, Hero's journeys, he went to a farm. This farm was being run by a farm boy whose name was Bastian. Bastian was a great man of honor. He loved action, and he was very strong, and he loved to fight wild beasts just for fun. Hero observed Bastian for a time, as the leaders of the farm hired Hero to aid Bastian to deal with mighty giant bears that threatened the land. However, Bastian originally did not need help, but seeing how Hero was so good with a sword, the two worked together to beat back the wild bears. After such time, the two men, Hero being 19 and Bastian just turned 18, had a drink of ale together at a local tavern. The girls flocked to them, and they were known as local heroes. Bastian and Hero then became close friends and decided to go on a journey together. Bastian bid his family farewell as him and Hero went to journey across the country of Util and maybe across the other states that surrounded them. Hero, for his part, secretly wanted to know what really happened to his father and Mabu, but still, Mabu was a very long way ahead of them, and so they might need to cross other countries to get there. So the two men began their journey towards adventure and the truth.